friends, I'm back with another DVD update. I picked up 4 TV box sets recently, but before I get into that, I'd like to do a shout out to Be Kind Rewind. I just discovered his channel a few months back, and he does really great reviews. I like how he inserts the trailer for the movies that he talks about in his reviews, and the link to his channel will be in the description box. Alright, now on to the update. First up, we have a TV show called My Own Worst Enemy, and it stars Christian Slater. This originally aired on NBC back in the fall of 2008. They canceled it after 9 episodes, and then it's a real shame because this show was a really fun show. Basically, Christian Slater plays a guy named Henry who lives like a regular life until one day he wakes up and he's all confused and people are trying to kill him. And it turns out that he's kind of like a sleeper cell agent, and he has a chip implanted in his brain where they can switch him into being like a cold-blooded killer. And he has no memory or anything like this because they have a machine that they can implant memories from when he was actually put to sleep. But what ends up happening is his chip in his brain gets broken, so he ends up switching back and forth between Henry, which is a normal personality, and Edward, which was the cold-blooded killer. And it turns out that Henry actually wasn't even like the real personality. Henry was created so that he could have a normal life when he wasn't out killing people. This show was a really, really fun show. I really liked this one a lot. I really wish that it had been on cable because it probably would have went more than 9 episodes. And the worst part of it was the last episode was really good. Alright, so let me go on to the next one there, which is another show that I canceled way too soon. And that's the second season of Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. I really like this show. I really like what they did with this series. I felt it was much better than any of the Terminator sequels. Like, they added much more imagination with the storylines and with the plots, as opposed to what they did with the movies. And I really wish that they actually had sprung off a movie series from this, as opposed to the last Terminator movie. Was it Salvation? And then this new one they got with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Hopefully that movie's decent, but I don't know. I'm kind of a fan of the franchise. Unfortunately, this show got canceled too, and this one, I think, I haven't watched all the way through yet, but I think this one ends on a really good cliffhanger as well. Okay. Next up, we have the 3rd season of The Walking Dead, and I really like this show, but for me, even though this season is much better than season 2, there was a lot of things that really made me frustrated about this show. If you haven't really seen season 3 yet, just skip this because I'm going to talk about some of the spoilers, some of the things that I didn't like. Like, Rick really frustrated me this season, mainly because his character went crazy after the death of Lori, and he made some really poor decisions. He even got somebody killed because he was too busy hallucinating instead of doing what he needed to do. Andrea was also really annoying in this as well. How she fell for the governor and then was too blind to see that the guy was evil until it was too late. That really annoyed the hell out of me. And then Michonne was so introverted for most of the episode she was in, and she kept holding back and not telling people things they needed to know. That was frustrating as well. The good is I really enjoyed Merle's character when they finally brought him back from the couple episodes he was in season 1. He was a really fun character, and I wish that he had survived on to season 4, at least partway through, because Michael Rooker was excellent as Merle. Another problem I had with this season 2 was how they treated African American males in this season. It's like after they killed off T-Dog, who they didn't give much to do in season 2, they kind of like had like this whole roulette of African American males that were filling in for him until they brought Tyrese into the fold, which I thought was kind of crappy. But I'm going to talk a bit about the inside of this thing now, because I just looked at it, and let's take a look here. I don't really like the way this is constructed. It looks a little bit more sturdier than I thought originally, but I don't think I'd want to drop this. I think it would probably break if I did. There's Daryl and Merle there. Maggie and Glenn. Let's see here. Rick and the governor. Carl and Lori. And then Michonne and Andrea. Alright, and last up, we have the second season of Game of Thrones. And so far, this is my favorite season for this series. I know we're in season 4 right now. But the one, if I had to do a gripe about this show, I think it would be that I wish that the episodes were longer, because the cast is so big, and they spend so much time, trying to get people in there, that sometimes now the people only have like sometimes 5 minutes apart in their scenes and stuff like that, and I really prefer it if they would make it a little bit longer so we can really enjoy the show. Alright guys, so that's my update. Be sure to check out Be Kind Rewind, and I'll talk to you all later.